Guys, my name is David Dino Padilla and I'll be teaching you today. Our lesson would tackle different kinds of commands like draw commands and modify commands. So we'll be tackling those things one by one. So firstly, just to introduce to you, what are commands for? So there are tools that we needed to use in AutoCAD like floor plans or furnitures. So these are the tools needed like line, arc, circle, rectangle, a lot of things that needed to be used. So what are commands for? Instead of clicking here, the icons here, like for example here it shows line or beeline for or polyline. Commands are used to shorten the time in creating a draft or a floor plan more efficient as a draftsperson. It's really night and day when using the commands instead of clicking down here at the tools. Instead of clicking here for the line, we would just type L and spacebar. It would activate the line tool. So there are two types of commands: drawing commands and the other is modify commands. What are the drawing commands? Tools for drawing. Like for example, what I did earlier is I activated the tool called line. So to draw a line, I just type L and I activate the line command, and then I can click. Or for example, if I need to create a circle, I'll just put C, type C and spacebar. I would activate the circle tool. Those are the example of drawing commands. There are more. Next one is modifying commands. So these are the commands that we use to modify the object that we have drawn. For example, these objects in my screen here, these objects that I have drawn earlier, if I want to modify them, like for example, to move my object, I would just type M, press spacebar, and I would specify the base point and just move it. So those are modifying commands. What are different kinds of drawing commands? Line. So what does line do? So just type L, it will show line. If you want your template editable, let me show you. Like for example, I would type here 15 and then I'll type here 20, 15, and let's just close it. So each line is separated. The next type of drawing command is polyline. It's type PL. So this is similar to the line command, but if we can see here, they are merged together. Compared to the line command, after you finish what you've drawn, like a square or a triangle, the lines are separated by itself, and polyline are merged together, so you can't really edit them separately, unlike with the line command. Next tool is circle. The command is C to create a circle. Next is rectangle. So instead of doing, it can be used to create rectangle square. So instead of using line to create a rectangular square, you can use rectangle rec command. Just specify the point, area or dimension. Then for example, the dimension I would put 50, 75. There's my rectangle. Next is arc. I use to create arcs. So there are different kinds of arcs, so we won't be tackling it too much. Next is spline. So the spline command creates line that curves. I think that would be all for the basic tools and foundational tools that we need to use or commands in AutoCAD. Next are the commands used for modifying my drawing. The modifying commands. First example of modifying commands, what I've demonstrated earlier is move. So just type M, select the object, space, specify the point where you want it, and then there. Next is the copy command, CO. So if I want to duplicate my work, if I don't want to, like for example, if I have drawn a door here, or um, rec there, another to shorten the time of not having to type it again. Just press again spacebar to activate the previous command. So I would use this rectangle, and I would use to copy to copy this here. Then I would use arc arc would use arc or side there 90 degrees. So if I would want to make this all again, the whole thing again, if I want to put some doors into another room, so I would just use copy command. I would specify the base point and just paste it continuously. Turn off the alpha to yeah. And then next command, mirror. So mirror basically mirrors the object you've selected. So I always use this when I have my doors. So I would not create doors again on the other side. So I would just mirror this thing here, and then I would keep the source object. I would move this to my next to my other door there. And then next is offset. We usually use it for creating walls. So if I wanna add some like bevel in this line, I would use offset. And I would specify the distance, like example 50. So example 50. Now I would click my object and then set it there. So there are lots of you can also use this in a line. So choose offset. I would like 10, and then click that and multiple there. I will create multiple lines. So there are lots of things you can do with offset. So this another basic command for in AutoCAD. Next is rotate. Basically rotates the whole object. If I click on the first point here, I would rotate it, and then I just type the angle that I want it to be rotated there. No, maybe let's put it to uh 21 there. Next is scale. So this scale command or a C scale. Uh, Create say a scales the object. So if I want to scale this to 500 there, so make it larger. Or I would scale the size of an object. Next is stretch. So stretch usually, oh, usually don't use a command for it, but if I have a line here that is not, instead of drawing another line to put it like this, I would just use the stretch command. No, just stretch. Just use the stretch line and put it to the endpoint and flow it. And there's another tool, another modifying command for line is extend. So if your line is, instead of clicking many times, here a lot of here, instead of stretching them one by one, I would just use the modifying command called called extend. So what it do, just extends the line there, instead of pressing 4 times. That would be all for basic commands and tools that you would use in AutoCAD. So I hope you've learned something. These are the basic tools you need in starting in basic CAD operation. So I hope you've learned well. That will be all. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.